What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing NBA coaching news, and that is from the Phoenix Suns. And it looks like the Phoenix Suns front office has decided to dismiss Frank Vogel of his coaching duties after a 5-year, $31 million contract he signed with the Phoenix Suns prior to this NBA season. The Phoenix Suns will now be on the lookout for their third head coach in the last 3 years. They went from Monty Williams and him being fired to Frank Vogel, and now they will be looking at their next candidate. For me, honestly, you could see this coming. To my surprise, I definitely wasn't surprised. I definitely was not surprised. Maybe some people would have thought he was going to make it to next season, but with the way and how the year went for the Phoenix Suns and how aggressive their ownership is, I just think Frank Vogel could have been the man for the job, but that roster was not going to make them better. Yes, you do have Bradley Beal, you do have Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, but I feel like the cast and of others wasn't enough. Grayson Allen shot the leather off the basketball. I'll give him that. But when you look at the team, Frank Vogel being a better defensive-minded coach, I feel like this team was not sound defensively enough for what they wanted to do in the long term, right? Offensively, I feel like they got away with some things during the regular season, but when the playoffs came, it reared its ugly head. Their roster was not filled out enough. Yes, they did have guys coming off the bench producing, like a Eric Gordon, like a Bol towards the tail end of the year, but what happened to Nasir Little in his minutes? Not being able to produce. What happened to Josh Okogie in his minutes? Not being able to produce. A heavy load with Devin Booker and him missing time. You look at Bradley Beal, him missing time. Kevin Durant missed some time. Now, when you look at this Phoenix Suns team, like I said, I feel like it starts from the top. I feel like James Jones in the front office did not put together a product enough to be able to actually be able to compete for an NBA title this season. There's things, again, defensively that needs to be addressed. And I'm hearing rumblings of Mike Budenholzer being their number one priority as far as coaching goes. And we'll see how that goes. Mike Budenholzer is another defensive-minded coach. You look at his time in Milwaukee, they had an identity defensively. Not this season, but they have an identity. They had an identity defensively when Budenholzer was the coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, is Kevin Durant going to take on more of a leadership role when it comes to defense? Because we know Devin Booker is not the best defender. Bradley Beal is okay on the defensive end, but is Bradley Beal going to come into next season healthy? Is he going to be able to play next season an extended role? Or it's so many question marks, right? With the Phoenix Suns, I feel like the number one thing that needs to be addressed now that they don't have a head coach is acquire a head coach and get an actual point guard. Get an actual point guard that can facilitate and get guys to where they're supposed to be in their right spots. Not just a your turn, my turn style of offense, whether it's Kevin and Devin, whether it's Brad and Devin, whether it's Devin and Kevin, and whatever the scenario where this offense is moving in the right direction, where it's a well-oiled machine. Because Kevin Durant is getting older. He's getting older. Their contracts are monumental. We're talking about over the course of the next few years with those three players alone. We're talking about those guys making upwards of what I believe is past 150 million with just those three guys. So when you look at how the team is constructed, when you look at what they need to do going forward, like I said, first things first, the acquisition of a new head coach. If it's Budenholzer, then we'll see how things shake out that way. But again, like I said, I don't think Frank Vogel deserved to be fired. But you can see the writing on the wall with the way the season ended. It did not end in a way that management and the ownership wanted to see it end via the sweep. But they have a lot of things they need to address in this off season. You feel bad, for Frank Vogel. I mean, it is just business. He will see the rest of, that contract at some point. He will get paid, but you just hate to see it because the blame has to fall on somebody at the end of the season, right? However it goes, whether it goes good or bad, the blame has to fall on somebody, whether it's, oh, we didn't reach our full potential as a team, or the coach didn't know what he was doing, or players wasn't happy, or whatever the case may be. Somebody has to get the blame, and usually it is the coach first. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. NBA fans, Phoenix Suns fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into this channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.